I'm Gary York. This is Sophisticated Psychology. It is not meant to entertain you. I am here to educate you and teach you. I'm going to go ahead. Paper never shows up so far. Will that? Each one of you on the earth owes me $1 to educate you. The last video, number 25, I announced my presidency. If 11 women in New York can pull some crap, well, here I am. You meet the presidential pussycats here. This is Piss, the fat one. Here's Vomit, the skinny one. So if the camera moves, well, it moves. Yes, thank you, sir. I am a gorgeous man. Yes, thank you. And how is it all a man has to do is take a shower and fluff himself up a little and wham, he's gorgeous. Woman, you got get some of this out of the way. Good Lord, they it's a sandblaster there, in case no one knew. So anyway, I'm gonna put an answer on that. That women are in even worse shape mentally than men, and you're all in bad condition. And promise to fix foolishness. You've got quite a mess around the world. I'm going to be talking about the productive working people today. Some agenda as president. Gonna make it a law. Patty Loveless is illegal. People, do you have any idea how this messes you up? Another one, we're no longer going to be pretending that fat and ugly is beautiful. Let's start getting you some truth going on here, some intelligence. Here's what we got for a real woman in America. You know, here's the weld right here. Your girl's looking so pretty I had to cover her up. And I want to talk about that. Adam and Eve. No one ever thought about it. They're in the Garden of Eden having a good time. They're both naked. And then all of a sudden, oh gee whiz, they've got to be covered up. Well, they should have said no to God. And when Pilate was washing his hands, getting the blood of Jesus off, telling the people, you're next, they should have said no. Now you've got another chance 2021 years later to say no to this crap. Game psychology. Pretending, oh gee whiz, an apple's bad. We're playing a game that you're bad, you ate the apple. There's the camera moving. And that's the skinny one. So, anyway, that's what happens when you're president. It's all smoky around here, so this will be a fireside chat today. Here's my presidency. Where are those tree huggers when the whole place is on fire? Well, get back up there. Get on the highest one so you can curse God. I'll talk about OSB board later if I have time. Maybe it won't fit in. That video chip will run 2.5 hours. I hope to have about an hour and 20 minutes at most here. Probably less. But the Taliban, Afghanistan, okay, here I am, your president. We ran out of money. What? This is my new treasurer here, Secretary of Treasury. My cabinet's in the audience here. I have a fictitious audience, and of course we all have a real God. And yes, you have endless money. Well, what happened? Oh, you printing press went down. Oh, well, why didn't you buy 2 of them? You had endless money. Well, you spent it, they spent it all on whores. Yeah, no wonder a woman costs so much money, whore. But we got a real mess here. I think Gabby Gifford is a more well-known example. Before, she didn't look too good. After Jared Loughner shot her in the head, apparently nowhere else, with a 9mm, she's looking worse. And you need to understand that you want health. Beauty is not a goal here, and people in my presidency, the buck stops here. Beauty's going to be a goal now. Now that you can, all you could do is get uglier every day. Since we don't have money to be blowing up Afghanistan, I'll give the Taliban some advice. Don't let her out. Ask her what she wants to do. She says she wants to be a stupid, revolting, and incoherent cunt like an American woman. Tell her no. Put her back in the room or the house, whatever you got. Write your books till you can come up with something better than that. And keep those towels on them. They'll be just like an American with a tattoo down one end and up the other to show each man that he was not the first one there. And you've got quite a bit going here as I'm president. We're going to get things running right. I got a tie here. And I thought I'd spent my last dollar on it, but I pulled out these pants and had $1 in the pocket. You people ought to be ashamed that you can't send $36.40 for a book, or mail in some money. I would mark it down as income, not donation, so you can't deduct it on your income tax. And you ought to be ashamed that your only goal is the government, the government, the government. Scott Peterson, why weren't we looking at the other side of that? And he had a good point. He didn't want to keep paying money. A woman's a failure, that's not the man's fault. After my 11-minute video, I think they, I saw in the news they were thinking of giving Scott Peterson a new trial now. You got jury members. If a good defense attorney would say, hey, okay, now how many women are stupid, revolting cunts with a predetermined agenda to hate a man worse, 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 and spite a man worse, 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 the better looking, the better man he is. And, but the two cats are washing themselves, so I'm sure the camera, I'm seeing the camera moving, but you'd have 30 potential jury members gone. My phone's going off. That's what happens when you're president, I guess. You got a lot of things, distractions. Well, I'll still get you there, because I'm not here to entertain you, I'm here to teach. Scott Peterson, the men, how many potential male jurors just want to whimper and pussify down below and beneath and behind the woman and do whatever she says to get in her good graces? And the other 30 jury members, potential jury members, would walk out and you'd have nothing. They'd say, case closed, there's no jury members for this trial, see you later, clean up this. And if I actually took the antenna out, I got my other antenna over there that looks more like an antenna, but I'm not going to disconnect it for this. In my presidency, we're going to get this mess cleaned up with these TVs. I'm going to show you, because none of you have ever known that there's a difference. And you don't know. You only choose between the two. Abortion, not abortion. Abortion, not abortion. You had no idea that there is anything else out there. Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican. Nothing else, because that TV didn't tell you anything else. And my message for the day here, I watched CNN a couple of nights ago. The Twin Towers. All it was about was glorifying government, mostly the fire department. Glorify government, glorify government. Here, I like to advertise good things. There. If they don't like me advertising that, then let's find out why. They're afraid of what you think. And you ought to all start saying, watch these videos to your friends instead of, oh, Gary, I couldn't watch it. Well, that's a connotation. Oh, I had to turn it off. That's a connotation. You're trying to pass a lie on me. Why can't you watch this? So let's get down to business on that. CNN, only about glorifying government. Really? Well, what about the men that built those buildings? What about the men, and probably women too, that built the airplanes that were damaged? They got the fuel, all the paper inside there. Now, I think it was something to do with the stock market was mostly what was in there. I did not research that, and I am not in favor of stock markets. And I'll get to all these issues later that are dragging you down, and get down to productive work, putting up a building. And oh gee whiz, 2,000 people. Well, what about a building that's going to last 2,000 years? And I just put that number because of memory matches. Probably a lot longer. And this concept that people are so important is really a modern thing. And the people in America ought to consider that. A person only lasts 90 years. What you're building has the potential to last 1,000,000. I put a number of 2,000,000 years on things. And we need respect for the productive working people. And where were the interviews of the people and if they had died already? The people that built the airplanes may not have died yet. I don't know when the Twin Towers were built. I didn't look. Was it in the 40s? I don't know. I did not research it. I heard gossip that it took 14 years to build them. That may be wrong too. But the thing that is right is that those buildings would have lasted millions of years. And where were the working people? Why were they not angry? Why was it only shock jock stories about dead people, it's raining bodies? What about the buildings? What about the working man's labor? Because that is death while you're still living, to be putting up these buildings. And somebody bounced back to me, and I'm sure it would come from any of you in the audience here. They got paid. Well, there's such a thing as outgo. And none of you can comprehend sequence, and as your president, you're going to start comprehending sequence. I put this up as the also with a question mark on it. I don't know if you can do it. You're full of shit. You can't do this as an instead of. You're not going to just jump out of game psychology that you've done for thousands of years. But you did do the Industrial Revolution as an also. You had your old-time crap, and plus you progressed ahead. And motive is 10/10 of reality. You still had motive to move forward. And even though your selfishness, you were going to die before you succeeded, and the next generation would take over. I think it took, throw a number, 150 years for a lot of this Industrial Revolution. But you need to understand that we've got a long way to go here. You do have the motive. You've got to get used to these videos. You've got to start telling your friends and neighbors, watch the videos. They're not here for entertainment. I've heard this crap, oh, how much money are you going to put in my pocket in the next 2 hours? Tell me that. Well, that's game psychology. And I say, shut up and go home, asshole. We got a job to do here, and it's a lot of fun learning. And so what? So you burn in hell for eternity. God's going to have to take his pussy ass out from hiding in order to do that to you. Otherwise, you're just going to have government doing that to you. Just like Lucifer. It wasn't a God that burned him in his carpentry work. It was Pilate's gang, according to the Bible. And this crap that you've got going on, get this woman going on here. Say, hey, we want pride in the working man's things. As I say, I grew up in organized crime, 58 years, a student, and victim of organized crime. I just had to stand there and be violated by little pussies. Many of them Phoenix police. Oh, gee, California, Gila County, Pine Basin, being attacked on both my properties. Oh, gee whiz, you got a Taliban. Well, at least they chop your head off and give you some relief there. You're all identical. And saying, oh, that one's different, no, you're lying, you're wrong. You're the same every time in game psychology. Each and every individual on this earth. There are some things to group together, and that's one. You're all completely stupid fools. And you look in the mirror, take all your clothes off and look in the mirror. I do, but I look all right. The healthier you are in your mind, the better your body, the better your face is going to look. And I know it has not been a goal in presidencies in the past. It has been, acceptance of disgusting and filth and ugly. And the answer to that is no. Gee, when you're president, oh my, oh my. I'm not going to talk to Mom right now. I'll call her back later. And so anyway, you've got a long way to go here. Oh my God. As I say again, Holy Bible, isn't that interesting? The first starts with an H, the second starts with a B. Holy Bible and history book, both HB. And this is common many times. You've been taught that if it starts with a certain letter, you got a rhyme, a jingle, you've got to go float over there in a hypnotic state of mind and make things happen. And you're going to learn all the tricks of your commercials, the damage it's causing you to have you're playing that half-hour show and those commercials, and 2 days later, there it is, the same one. This is your history. You watch the TV 9 hours a day, and I know most of you don't watch it that much, but I'm throwing that number on it anyway to make a point. You sleep 7.5 hours, you work 7.5 hours, and you're watching that TV 9 hours. You've got more history. That is your history. And it is a false history. It is a very perverted history. As I say, I was allowed to watch Happy Days when I was a young teenager, whatever, but I walked down the street and there was no Happy Days. There was no Friends, and it was not a good thing out there. And so in my presidency, I'm going to make it a good thing. Holy Scriptures of G. Yeah, this is getting near 9/11. Remember the working man that built those buildings. What, nobody thought of that? Think of it. Give Mayor Gallego a call. You can do this any time of the year. You've got the phone number. You'll get an intern. Tell them to get going on the Gary York 9/11 2019 project. That was where Phoenix Police, one of them in a marked Phoenix Police vehicle, and the other one not. There were possibly 5 involved in it, trying to crash my car in the parking lot. So let's get down to that. Why were they trying to crash the car, and who told them to do it? Because I've been victim of organized crime forever. They stole my house. I want my house back. Were they looking in the window? They know I'm doing another video. I've had surveillance cameras of the Phoenix police inside my home in Phoenix, 2576 East Sweetwater Avenue. That's Phoenix, Arizona, 85032. And they have, there's blatant evidence of surveillance cameras in my house. And I'll tell you about that some other time. They took 700 pictures inside my house, something in that. Let's look at those pictures and they can tell you their side. And listen to that. It'd be a wonderful TV documentary. What is each picture? What is it? What were you conveying? And then I'll tell you what was actually there on that picture. And you got so many wonderful things to do here. Yeah, Scott Peterson had a good point. I mean, these women are taught by the TV. We all know what the TV is teaching. For a woman to be an asshole to a man, and it is the try not to if a woman does not. And they don't want to be a wreck like this over there in Afghanistan. Those guys don't look very attractive. Expect a better man, ladies. Write it down over there in Afghanistan. It's a piece of paper. Write down what you want. You're out marching in the streets like a damn American? That never worked. It's disgusting. Write a book of what you want. Talk to each other. What do you want? Not what the American TV wants. And, or any other government around the world. Government is hurt. They're governing you, they're hurting you, they're government. And it's a bad idea all the way around the world. I want to eliminate laws, atheisms, and religions through education. Not to try not to, that doesn't work. But the also initially and then go to the instead of. Because you don't need to be this incoherent trash that your parents are. These videos are made for children, K through college. And so you kids in the crib, I got a TV in my bedroom here, and so can you watch something that matters. This will be the 23rd video, and one was a two-part. And let's do this thing. You've made a mess out of your lives. Fine, you could do that. The TV told you to, and so you did. And you got a long way to go to get out of it, but take it as a challenge. So you're going to burn in hell for eternity. I don't care. Why should you? Real psychology says no. That's two separate issues. What is the right thing to do? Oh, what is the punishment? Well, that's two separate issues. That's two problems. I'm going to do the right thing, and then I'm going to clean up that damn punishment too. That's two things. That's not, oh, one cancels out the other and you walk away empty-minded. Well, that's what you've been doing all this time. And let's put that TV to good use. It's made a mess. It's going to be 29 years, October 30th, which is next month now. This is 2021 right now. And these videos should be, you should be watching that. You should be telling two people. I know I hear it all the time that you don't have any friends. Well, no doubt. You can't even stand yourself. You got the alcohol in one hand, the drugs in the other, the TV remote in the other, and you're watching that commercial, those drug pushers on TV. All America is a drug addict nation. Oh, you got to have this pill. Oh, you're going to do this job. Well, this is the pill you have to take. I've heard it since I was a child. The other kid next to me telling me what brand name of drug. So this trash has been going on a long time, maybe forever. Maybe. You did your Industrial Revolution. There's some evidence that this can occur. And it is really discouraging to spend 4 years writing a book that matters. And nobody in a year and 4 months has sent a check for $36.40 out to that. I don't know why this damn paper won't show up on a TV camera. Gee, if you're going to rob something, just put some paper on or something. I'll see if that shows up. And I know the camera moving will show up, and then it wants to refocus here and there, and I have to slow down if let it focus. And gee, we've got the the simulated 3 breasts for all of you to vote on. Do you want the two saggers here, or like a real woman, the crap that God made? You got twice as much cleavage for one boob. I couldn't put the nipples on because then, oh gee, you can't show that to a child. Well, that all goes back to the lies in the Bible. Your government is people. They said, oh, here's a holy scripture. Here's where it says it. And all of you need to realize the parallel of that Bible and your government. Your In God We Trust government. And realize that they are the same. It is people that are lying to you. No, oh, it's bad to eat an apple. Is it? No. It is a lie. It is your government lying to you. And you need to understand all these things. Wow, I'm going to cut this video off now. It's all smoky outside. I think I'll take a bike ride. The kiddies are getting ready to leave here. And tell everybody and respect me as your president of the world. And let's do this thing, because as your president, if I had been elected, which it doesn't matter, screw it. New York doesn't care. Why should I? Yeah, 11 women in New York, they put in a woman. Well, here's a man. I got the tie that I promised everybody. Not put on very well. The First Lady's not done quite yet to straighten the tie, but be nice to have a real woman, would it? No, that is doable, and a real woman is further away than building that. I've got to get the ball joints next, and many things to do on that. The electronics will be quite interesting. Making the skin on that thing, well, geez, a woman's skin looks terrible. Gee, very shortly, what happens? I'll be 59 next month. I don't look like a woman. And what is going on there, I'm going to say this twice, that the woman is in even worse condition mentally than the man. And you've been targeted more over history because you're more vulnerable. And every woman falls for it. Ladies, write your books in Afghanistan. Tell us what kind of Taliban you want. What kind of man do you want? Yeah, don't tell us you want to be the man. No, that crap came from an American TV. Tell us what kind of man you want. You really want a sniveling, pussy, whimpering low? You're out, the only one we heard about still, I haven't heard anything else on TV. The only one in Afghanistan that got out She became a fighter pilot. I'm going to say some pussy hiding in outer space dumping bombs on the productive working people's labor. And you need to get respect for your labor. Look at 9/11 as a call for the working people to unite. Quit being a damn pussy sniveling in the corner. This crap, you're going to be humilitus and get to heaven. No. Call Kate Gallego. If she's going to take a man's pay, she ought to get out from down on the floor behind the desk, pissing into her empowerment diaper, probably designed by a white man, and get the job of a man done. And these interns say, no, Gary York is not crazy. Look at the videos. And give him a call. Remember 9/11. The working people, the productive working people. No more humilities, you damn pussies. Just in time, I'll start making phone calls. I got a lot of work to do as your president. And anything you need, I know the answer. Thank you. Get to work on the 9/11 project. Thank you.